Hello fellow simmers and welcome to my next Train Simulator 2021 video. This is Samuel Beeman here of BLS, and I suppose you could say also Traction Studios as well. I'm welcoming you here to another video. So basically, first of all, I just want to say I'm ever so sorry that this has been a little while since I've actually uploaded a video to this channel. It's due to personal problems and issues, which some of you who may know me sort of know what entails that. But here I am doing another video, and to be perfectly honest with you, I ain't been in the best of moods today at all. I've been pretty crappy mood, so I want something to cheer us up a little bit. Anyhow, here we are with the Class 47 scenario pack for the Traction Studios Mid-Norfolk Railway Phase 1 route. You can download this via the British Locomotive Studios website in the scenario section, and today we're going to be looking at the Vulcan Productions Class 47 scenario, which I added in to version 1.1.1. And yeah, this is basically, I put this in here, and it's going to be a little review on this this 47 as well. So I put this in here basically to thank Matthew Wilson of Vulcan Productions, because basically he is currently undergoing a commission for us, which we've asked for. I don't know the updates on that just yet, but it's for 47367 Kenny Cockbird, which is the 47 that has the flush nose on one end, and then the normal nose on the number 2 end. So that'll be really interesting to see in the game, and obviously to see Matt's fantastic work. It will be fantastic. Anyhow, let's unpause our game and get into this. So, morning driver, here we are situated just outside of Fuxton. Move your train into Fuxton up platform and await the arrival of the down train to Dereham. I believe that's... Is it the down train to Dereham or is it the up train to Dereham? I am not too sure. Anyhow, before you proceed down to Wyndham Run Round Loop. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're not going to do this full scenario because this scenario is an hour-long scenario. So what we're going to do is we're just going to travel as far as Wyndham, and then we're going to halt it from there. And obviously I'm going to do a review on the Vulcan Productions Class 47 pack. If you want to know where you can get the Vulcan Productions Class 47 pack, I shall link the link into the description of the video so you can download it from their official website. Without further ado, let's get into this. So this is 47706 Strathclyde. This scenario is based on a scenario of this. This is basically a visitor for a diesel gala from the North Walshire Railway, and that's obviously a little Easter egg because we do actually have the North Walshire Railway route on our website as well. You can go and download that as well if you're interested. So, without further ado, let's depart. I really do like the physics on these VP Class 47s. I think they've done the driving physics well, but there is some sound implementation issues which I will go through soon, which is my opinion. You know, this review is just a fair review and my opinion on the particular locos. I think Matthew Wilson has done a fantastic job on basically construction of these 47s, how he's put all the child objects on them and stuff and making them look absolutely fantastic, just skinning from a QG model. It really is something special, and the guy really has got some great talents for doing that. It's just actually funny looking at this route because there is so much changed onto Phase 2 now. Basically, I've been working on Phase 2 quite a lot of the route, because obviously, you know, as you know, Phase 2 is coming soon and it will be going up to Dereham. And basically, there's a lot changed at Thuxton, I can tell you that, and there is a lot changed further up the line, and the implementation of 3D trees really has upgraded the route big style. And yeah, I'm really impressed with the progress so far on it. And Brad's done a great job at Dereham in particular, because Brad is have Brad sort of working on the Dereham area while I've been working sort of around Thuxton and Garstone Crossing. My next task after that is to do Dereham towards Yaxham, so I'm going to start doing that soon. After this video, funnily enough. There we are, we've got the road. We've got an AI train now, which is the public stopping passenger service. 80078. So basically this scenario, there we are, instruction complete. Depart at 11:03 for Wyndham after 80078 has come to a complete standstill. So this scenario is basically it's not a public service that we're running. We're doing haulage tests on a visiting loco from the North Welshire Railway. And yeah, let's just get a brief look at Matt's work on this. I mean, just look at this fantastic detailing on the child objects here, the way he's added that sort of temporary Highland high intensity light on there, and obviously the jumper cables and everything is done very, very well. We've also got a 3D nameplates, and yeah, the texturing is done really well. The skin's done very nicely. I don't know why that 4MT is making those funny noises, but there we go. Oh, I think that's off. I think we've got the off now actually. Yes, 11:03. Now, this is where I'm going to get into the sound implementations. Right, so basically the only downside I have with this is I don't think it's implemented with the AP sounds 100% accurately. So basically watch as I put it to full throttle from a standstill. Now can you see that? That is full throttle from a standstill. And it doesn't really kick in until much later on. So I don't know, it's missing that oomph of a Class 47. It's missing that sound. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the sound quickly of the game and just play the sound that really it should play when you put it to full throttle straight from a standstill. So there you go, you know, that sound there is sort of what it should sound like as throttling straight up from a standstill, but this one doesn't. So it's kind of like, you know, the implementations of the sounds could be better on it. That is the only thing I would say with the AP sounds. So it's not like the Kiju model, where it does have that sort of oomph, and I will do a video on that actually, because I plan to do this is a two-parter one, so I'm going to do another video based on the 47 scenario pack, doing the Lapland Express. But I mean, if you're going to use this 47, but you basically, if you start, say if you like tap to notch 1, okay? So you've got a bit of a rev up, then go straight up. Then it sort of works. But yeah, I still don't think, like, sound implementation wise, that it sounds as good as obviously the default implementation of Armstrong Powerhouse sounds to the Kiju model. I think it's just the way that VP have scripted this 47 pack, that it just doesn't quite fit with the sounds 100% accurately as it should. But I mean, I all I can say is that is the only criticism I really have with the pack is that. But everything else about it is fantastic. The way that the locos drive is lovely. You've got a fantastic braking system on it. It acts like because look, you have that sort of, you know, you can knock the brake into the released position and it goes back, sort of thing. And the scripting is sort of very similar to working a bit like the AP enhancement packs kind of scripting. And the way that the throttle goes, well, you can probably see, like, for example, if I do this, it doesn't go straight up. It takes a little time to kick in and then goes up the throttle. So like reality, and it has notches too, which is really nice. So we've got a warning coming up for the 10-mile-an-hour limit at Hardingham. As you can see, the way it brakes and the way it handles is really nice. Okay, we can go 25 now. It's nice to see the clag effects there, and I think Matt's done fantastic. Is it Matt who's done the clag? I'm not too sure, but the clag effects are there, and whoever's done the clag has done a great job on the clag. The only thing is, I will say, is that it does sort of just burst out, and like I said, well, it would be better obviously if the AP sounds were implemented 100%, because obviously you would be able to have that sort of sound, you know, that noise with the clag coming out as well. But that doesn't really do that, and it just sort of, the clag sort of comes out when it's not really opened up as such. Look, as you can see. So it's not, what's the word, very dynamic as it could be, but you can't really help that. Just went for a bridge there, but But I mean, look at this, just the overall look of the model and the way that Matt's done these child objects is absolutely brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can cook up with 47367 Kenny Cockbird for the route, because that is something that would be absolutely fantastic to have. And obviously I'll be including it with an updated version of this Class 47 scenario pack, and it should also be included with the Traction Studios Mid-Norfolk Railway Phase 2 route as well. That's where what I'm hoping. So I'm hoping to include it. It depends what Matt wants to do with it, really, if he wants it via Vulcan Productions as well, but we'll see what's going to happen with that exactly. I don't have any updates on it lately. I don't know what's happened to it at the moment, but I shall be chasing him up about that soon to see what his plans are about it, and if he wants any sort of funds towards that commission, because I know how much effort and time and work goes into making these fantastic pieces of work that he's done. Must admit the drive's really playing up today quite badly, as you can probably see, with the lag in loading up areas. I believe we have to stop at the crossing stop markers. We do. We've got some stuff in the sidings. Look, in the Greater Anglia storage sidings, the ballast sidings, or whatever they call them. Ooh, just got there, sort of. I mean, it drives lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, we're literally on the stop dot marker, literally. Horn before departure, and then you have permission for a straight run to Wyndham run round loop. Okay. But can you see what I mean by the sounds? So I mean, they're not quite there, not quite there. That is the only thing I do have that is the only thing I can criticise about this pack, and the way the physics are. So I believe this scenario is using the Armstrong Powerhouse weather enhancement pack. Hence the rain and the way it looks. Yeah, con coach, yeah. Coming up to that temporary 20-mile-an-hour limit around this sort of S-bend now coming up here. Temporary? So it's not temporary, it's actually fixed. And again, I wonder why that S-bend is there. Maybe that was a part of the crossover, because bear in mind this used to be like a double track line. Maybe that was like one of the crossover sections between the two tracks. Oh my god. I'll tell you what, the drive today is just taking the piss. It really is. Do you see it? Like, it's struggling to load this. Oh, it's freaking phase 1 for God's sake. I mean, it's 2D shit. Like, I mean, phase 2 has obviously the 3D trees implemented, and obviously I understand why that's slightly slower on loading on the route wise, but my computer's now starting to struggle with loading bloody 2D trees. You know what I mean? The lower spec quality stuff. You know, the photo textured stuff. 2D trees are like, I suppose you could say, early 2000s days where MSTS and trains ruled the train simulator world. You know. I may show off phase 2 actually. That'll be dependent on what Brad thinks to the idea, obviously, because he's the leader of the project in the Mid Norfolk. I may show off what I've done on Mid Norfolk phase 2, if Brad will let me do that, to just sort of show you the updates and the upgrades to the route. I mean, obviously, maybe I don't know whether the footage might be a bit laggy in places, obviously, when loading up new areas like this one is. Probably be a bit worse actually. I mean, just look at this. But yeah, so I don't know what he'll think of that idea. Maybe he'll let me do it, but yeah, it would be nice to sort of show you guys the WIP of phase 2 and show you what upgrades have been done so far to it. On phase 2, Brad's sort of worked on the Dereham and Wyndham station area, while I've done obviously Thuxton, Garstone, and I'm soon to do in between Dereham to Yaxham, and then I'll head from Yaxham back down to Thuxton again. So I'm sort of going from Thuxton to Garstone, and then I am heading from Dereham to Thuxton, basically. I mean, look at this. What the fuck? Like, seriously, like, what is going on with this game today? Like, excuse my French, but it's really irritating me. Okay, so it's straight through to Wyndham rundown loop, and so the reason I didn't put you stop at this stop marker here is because by the time you've done the horn and everything coming into the whole station and going at 15 mile an hour as well, the geezer would have opened the gate by then, like surely, you know what I mean? So like I say, this is a haulage test, this isn't a public service, so it's like, you know, it just goes through trains. So, you know, the public service is the steam service taken by 4MT 80078. But this is just a test, sort of pre-gala testing, as it were. So obviously when phase 2 comes out, you're probably thinking, oh, the 47 scenario pack will no longer work because it's only for the phase 1 route. Well, now, this is the thing. I plan to... That point is set wrong there. Anyway, we're not going to do the full scenario anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I plan to make the 47 scenario pack compatible with Mid-North Railway Phase 2. So there'll be a separate 47 scenario pack with the updated scenarios. So what I'll do is I'll update the scenarios, obviously import them over to the Phase 2 route, and then sort that out. So as you can see, it says instruction complete, uncouple your stock and run round our train for our return journey down to Thuxton, but we're not going to do that because we have come to the end of this. So I'll put that on pause break now. Let's zoom that in. There we go. Okay, so yeah, as I say, I'm going to update the Class 47 scenario pack to work with Phase 2 of the Mid-Norfolk Railway. As soon as Matt of Vulcan Productions finishes 47367, obviously that will come with the 47 scenario pack as a skin to come with the scenario pack, and it will what it will do as well is it will also automatically update the default scenarios that come with the route. So for the 47367, the QG model will be replaced with Matt's modified Class 47367, and obviously it will come with Phase 2 of the route as well. So and obviously the scenario pack will be updated to work with Phase 2 as well. So I'm really looking forward to actually, I'm really excited to see 47367 in the game. It is something that I really want to see, and I'm really looking forward to what Matt can cook up with it, because he does a grand job at this kind of thing. I mean, if you look over at Vulcan Productions, the way he's done the Class 57s, you know, the 47s like this, you know, look with all the jumper cables on the front, and the, you know, just the modified fronts that he does, and the 3D nameplates as well, all of this 3D child object stuff. He just does an absolute fantastic job of it, and he deserves a massive pat on the back for all of his efforts. It really is something else that he can do this kind of stuff. But I mean, by the means, obviously, by the review of the Vulcan Productions Class 47, obviously I love it. I think it is fantastic how obviously they've done all the child objects and stuff, and they've updated the physics so the physics can be more realistic driving sort of style. But the only downfall, again, as I say, is the implementation of the Armstrong Powerhouse sounds. I don't think they're 100% there yet. But apart from that, I think it's a fantastic pack. I really recommend downloading it. Head over to Vulcan Productions to download this awesome Class 47 pack. You get all kinds of different variants of them. You get the flush-nosed variants. You get, obviously, the 47.7 variant, which I've used in here as an example. You even get the head code variants with the actual working head code blinds. And yeah, and it really is an awesome bit of kit, and I recommend taking a look at it. And it's a very well done to Matt Wilson and the team who have created this 47 pack. Anyway, guys, this has been Samuel Beeman of BLS and Traction Studios. I hope you've enjoyed this video of the Mid-Norfolk Railway Phase 1 Class 47 Scenario Pack. And yeah, again, join me for the next video. I believe the next one shall be a Lapland Express, which is basically another scenario that comes with a 47 scenario pack, which is going to be using the default QG model of 47367. But I suppose, you know, it's the placement for the moment. But yeah, and obviously it's down to Brad if I can show you guys the Mid-Norfolk Railway Phase 2 work in progress to show you what we've done so far on it. Obviously I'm not going to show the Dereham bit or Yaxham bit, sorry guys, but that part's much later on because Brad wants to keep that part a surprise. So from Thuxton, it'll be from preferably Thuxton down to Wyndham, just to show you the changes. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Head over to BLS, the website, to check out some of our content, and obviously head over to Vulcan Productions as well to get this fantastic pack. So yeah, goodbye for now, fellas and fellettes, lads and lasses, dude and dudettes, and so on.